In today's video, I'm going to break down everything that you need to know about stocks and shares ISAs within the UK. I'll cover what they are, how much you can put into them every year, what you can invest in, and how to open one for yourself. Let's get into it. All right, so let's start with the basics. A stocks and shares ISA is simply an investment account that allows you to invest in the stock market completely tax-free. Think of it as a tax wrapper or protective layer that you can invest within that will keep you protected from tax at all times. To open one, there's only really two main requirements. Number one, you have to be over 18, and number two, you have to be a resident of the United Kingdom. If you meet both of these, you're pretty much good to go, and we can now talk about how they work and what are their limits. And basically, each tax year, which runs from April to March, you're allowed to contribute up to £20,000 into your stocks and shares ISA completely tax-free. It's up to you when you do this. You could put it in all at once, or you could spread it out over the entire year however you wanted, monthly, lump sums, pretty much whatever works best for you. However, the one thing that you do need to remember is that once a new tax year does begin, your limit will reset. This means that the remaining amount that you haven't put in does not get carried over. Every year, it will get set back to the £20,000 limit until the government decides to change it. This is actually why it's always important to try your best to put as much as you can into your stocks and shares ISA each year, because you won't get that allowance back in the future. Next up, let's talk about what you can actually invest into through a stocks and shares ISA. And the obvious answer is, of course, stocks and shares, but the real answer is actually quite a lot of stuff. You can invest into things such as individual stocks, index funds, ETFs, bonds. The options here are pretty flexible. So now that we know this, how do we actually open a stocks and shares ISA? And it's pretty simple. Basically, what you're going to need is an investment broker that operates in the UK and has the option to open a stocks and shares ISA. Some options that you could take a look at are ones such as Vanguard, Trading 212, Freetrade, and Invest Engine. All of these support stocks and shares ISAs, and they're all covered by the FCA, which is the Financial Conduct Authority, which essentially means your money is going to be safe with them and you can completely trust them. One thing that you do have to be wary of here is fees, and whilst in most cases of a stocks and shares ISA, they're extremely low, which is what makes them such an attractive thing to do, depending on your choice of platform and investments here, these can actually vary quite a bit. For example, if you're buying shares that say, you might actually have to pay stamp duty on UK shares, or maybe if you're investing in America, you'll have something that is called a currency exchange fee. From here, you've got your platform fees, and these are all going to vary from each platform that you choose to go with, and some will charge, let's say, a flat monthly fee. Others may charge a percentage based on your investment value, and it's really important to actually check these details before committing. Now, if you wanted my personal recommendation on who to go with, I would suggest looking at Trading 212, because not only is it super cheap to use in terms of its fees, it is designed for beginners as well, and they have a stocks and shares account option. And if you did use the link in my description down below to sign up, they'll even give you a free share worth up to £100 when you do so. But essentially, that is stocks and shares ISAs explained in as simple terms as I can. I hope you found it useful, and I'll catch you in the next one.